Hello, everybody, my beautiful people. Happy Sunday. Yes, it's a Sunday morning for me here. I'm not heading to church. So, obviously, woke up this morning trying to do my, getting my day sorted. And I came across a post on Instagram, right? I came across a post on Instagram from the biggest clown we have. Yes, the biggest clown we have in Nigeria right now. And I'm sure it's right. You all know what that biggest clown is. Because tell me why a young lady, okay, let's agree. Okay, we agree. She refused the airline protocol to turn her phone off. And from the videos we've seen so far, we were made to understand what led to her not being able to turn off her phone, how she struggled with the mobile phone. And yes, I've seen posts from people who says that yes, they also have issues with mobile, like with Apple phones as well. Me sitting down here, I've got a degree in IT, right? You would assume that, oh, I should be fine with everything information technology, I should be fine with anything technology, smartphone. But that's not the truth. My very first phone, my very first gadgets were Apple phones. Me sits down here, I've got an iPad, I've got a MacBook, I've got all of my kids all use an Apple phone. With all of that being said, my first Apple mobile phone, I hated using it because it connects to every Apple product in my house. And I hate the fact that when I'm trying to use my device for maybe trying to work or maybe I'm trying to edit videos, it's trying to, like, every other thing is connecting to it. And I just hated it for that. So would you have thought that I shouldn't have any issue, that I should know what settings to turn off and what settings not to turn on, right? So let's assume right that okay, comfort Emmanson was obviously no, unruly. She did not listen to the instruction. You've heard what people said, that there was no point, at no point did she behave in any way that would have led to the way the air assistants or air hostess spoke to her. And also, I was watching a video as well where this guy was like, "Oh, she should go and try it in the Emirates. She should see, even if you fly British Airways, which I have flown several times, even if you fly through KLM, which I have flown several times, no air hostess will speak to Miss Comfort the way that Ibom Air hostess spoke to her. That's matter of fact, because at the end of the day, we've seen videos like the way you actually speak to people is enough to either get a reaction or not get a reaction. You all know that. So that person, other video woman is a very, that person also is a very popular YouTuber here. It was like, the girl should be in jail. The girl should be in jail. Why are people, obviously because people are reaching out to her, offering her stuff, that the girl should be in jail. This is that. We are not saying that even from as it is now, I'm maintaining my stand that she did not refuse to turn off her phone. She said it was in airplane mode. And some people who be say their papa say make them go school, they refuse not to go to school, and now coming out to say, "Oh, that could have endangered you're going to endanger our lives. You're going to endanger our lives by not turning off your phone." Like the ordinary Google search will tell you that not turning off your phone cannot endanger or cannot bring down an aircraft. So you saying that, oh, you should go and try that in Dubai, you should go and try that in Qatar. The truth of the matter is that no professionally trained air hostess will speak to a passenger and say, "I will deal with you." No professionally trained air hostess in any of the advanced world will tell to you, "Do whatever I tell you on this flight." Never ever would they speak to a paying passenger that way, because they've been professionally trained to de-escalate, not irritate patient. But in this case, I'm still of the opinion, and I'm still on the fact, and I'm standing on the fact that Ibom Air hostess behaved badly and she should lose her job. And yes, Miss Comfort Emmanson should sue Ibom Air and every other person involved to the last penny. And why am I here? The laughing cow with a nose ring, you all know, the king of the rats on social media or wherever you want to call him, was on a flight. And this is what he had to say. Let's watch that video together, okay?
Please, with all due respect, if you know say you don't go abide by the laws, I know listen to flight attendant. Won't give you your flights money, make come down. If the flight attendant is talking, say switch off your phone. Please switch off your phone. We value our lives. Your network can interfere with the flights, whatever thing that they are doing there. So please do not disrespect the flight attendants. And just in case you disrespect, they can't hold you. Your breast open. We go see video and we go post them online. And as a man, if your penis open, we go see post them online. We not do sentiment. You not go risk our life because of your arrogance and your pride. So thank you very much, people.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
So guys, you heard the crap he spoke. If your belief is that, I won't be surprised if they've given him money to come and whitewash Ibom Air. So, very dark man, laughing cow with the nose ring. How much have they given you this time around to come and whitewash Ibom Air and disrespect the lady? Can you hear the nonsense talk? At the end of the day, school is not a crime. Like I said, a simple Google search will tell you if having your phone on could interfere with an aircraft. And let me share just a quick ChatGPT asking question, like ask a question on ChatGPT or even on Google, it will tell you. Let me share my screen with you again because the nonsense that one is talking and that crew and the airport, the pilot in that flight that allowed him to spew that nonsense. When are passengers not allowed to school people on flights? When? So that pilot on that flight that he was spewing nonsense, your ass all need to be hauled for a disciplinary action because why is a non-entity? Why is somebody in your on your flight telling people because it's going to affect like really? Right, a quick Google search or a quick ChatGPT search. Let me share my screen with you. Screen here, I asked a quick question on ChatGPT, okay? And I asked ChatGPT that could mobile phones being turned on while in an aircraft endanger the flight? And ChatGPT said, great question. Short answer, no. Having mobile phones turned on during a flight is not known to endanger aircraft. Please, pilots, people who are intellectual in this, can you come and tell us? Can you come and tell us if there's something else? Because, like, I don't. Anyway, it says details aircraft shielding and design. Modern aircraft are built with shielding and systems that are tested against electromagnetic interferences. Avionics are certified to operate safely even with background radio noise, including from passengers' personal electronics, mobile phone signals. Phones transmit using relatively low power, typically less than 2 watts. Even with many phones on, the signals are unlikely to interfere with the highly protected aircraft systems. Why restrictions exist or existed, obviously regulatory reasons, which we understand. But then at the end of the day, the owner of Ibom Air will not tell me that when he's traveling to diaspora that he has turned off his phone. Like I said, I've traveled British Airways, KLM, local flights. We've always been advised to put it in airplane mode because at the end of the day, you can actually pay to use Wi-Fi within the flight. So what the hell is that idiot, that fool talking about that is going to affect? Like, what the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? Like, I've got the trip planned to Nigeria soon, and I'm sure they will advertise in there that, okay, airplane mode, if you want to pay for in-flight Wi-Fi, do so by going to the, scanning scan the QR code, so it will take you to the flight, to the, to the airway website where you can pay for, like, and the world is advanced. You are traveling on a long trip of 6-7 hours. People walk while they are in the air. This is why turning off your phone does not endanger the flight. It does not endanger whatever. It's just a simple Google search. Like, why is this boy all over the place? Like I said, that pilot or that captain on that flight where he was spewing that nonsense, your ass needs to be drawn for a disciplinary action, because tell me why you allow such to be spewing nonsense. And then it goes on to ridicule the lady who was treated the way she was treated. Like, make it make sense. Let's keep reading, okay? Let's keep reading, because I'm educating you, and I'm also telling you that idiot, or I'm trying to not to avoid I'm trying to avoid calling him names, but no, it should stop. So why restriction exists? Regulatory reasons. For decades, aviation authorities required airplane mode. Airplane mode. They did not say turn off. Airplane mode, mainly as a precaution. Early avionics weren't as robustly tested against interference as they are now. Cellular network issues. At high altitude, phones struggle to connect and may rapidly switch towers, which was once considered disruptive for mobile networks on the ground, not the aircraft itself. So at the end of the day, even with the restrictions still in place, it's not going to affect the aircraft in any way. Passenger compliance. Airplane mode also reduces distractions during takeoff. So you can read the ChatGPT is actually making the emphasis more on putting it in airplane mode, not turning it off. So even turning it off is not a big deal here. Even turning off your phone during a flight is no freaking issue here. Current situation, most airlines now allow you to keep your phone on in an airplane mode throughout the flight. I've already cited an example of that with my travel. Many aircraft are equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. Thank you! Because they still want to pay. You want you to pay to use their services, or special systems that safely route mobile communication via satellite. In 2013, the European Aviation Safety Agency, EASA, and the US FAA both concluded that portable electronics don't pose a flight safety risk when used properly. So to be clear, a phone being left on won't endanger the flight, but airlines still require airplane mode. So if you don't want to turn off your phone, airplane mode is safe to ensure compliance and prevent unnecessary radio noise. So, guys, what are we talking about here? Why is this laughing cow with a nose ring allowed to come and be spewing nonsense in the flight and ridiculing the way that young lady was treated? Very dark man, if you have an issue with a woman, I think you should start with your mom first, because now your mama bring you coming to this world. Start with your mom first, and I believe you have a sister. So deal with those women first before you start dealing with the women, other women in the world. Because without that, I'm sorry. Go and take several thousand seats at the back, and it's not too late for you to start primary school, so you can learn basic things about airplane mode and how it has no effect on an airline. Anyway, guys, this is where I'm going to drop this curtain. Leave your thoughts and opinion as always in the comment section, and also leave your comment based on what the video we watched and based on what I've just shared with you. With that being said, don't forget to like, drop a comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in another video. All right, bye guys.
You can bank on it. You can put 100 grand on it. Anything I said, I stamp on it. In a private plane, I lamp on it. Lele oh, then they call me bank on it. Cause I walk around with the bank on it. Show them gun.